Let me ask you this one question right here, right now. Do you look as good as me right now? That answer better be, you better believe I look as good as you, Arnold. Probably not a high threshold. Little did I know when I was going to law school and strapping myself up with crippling student debt. Did I know that it would lead me to this moment with the hater deflectors, no, I'm sorry, Gucci goggles 2.0. We're looking good today, and just like I wasn't expecting my life trajectory to lead me here, I wasn't expecting, but 10 years ago, that I would have a killer promo code like this here. If you're a new player, use the link down below, scan the QR code. If you're a new player, you'll get a free legendary Corrado right away. Ugo, level 15, Tagore at level 30, and of course level 40, the beautiful epic, or legendary in epic disguise, Deacon frickin' Armstrong. Today we gather here, of course, not just here to flex off the Gucci goggles, but checking out April, and if you should be checking out her event. I was checking out her kit, and there's a lot of interesting stuff here. It's gonna be some niche things here, but I'm gonna just be straight up with you guys. I'm coming into this video a little biased. I'm just gonna tell you straight up, I am doing this event. That's because I'm feeling a bit of sadness in my heart. I am feeling a case of the FOMOs, where I told you guys yesterday, I don't want to rehash the video too much, for a combination of reasons. I skipped out on the Shredder event. I mean, between me lucking out and pulling one of the epics for Granite Doorkeepers Fusion, so I didn't have to do the championship, I can completely skip it. Knowing that Leonardo's got a Hero's Path sometime around the corner, which requires a lot of Sacred Shard. And then on top of that, Shredder, it doesn't seem to be like super duper amazing like the Queen of Hearts. And then also just a hectic weekend for me, a lot of stuff going on. I ended up skipping out on him, but man, hindsight is 50-50. I don't know, especially because I'm sitting on 40 Sacred Shards almost. I could have probably spent enough. Like, I could have probably spent 20, have enough to still get Leonardo. Maybe not the Red Souls. And then, I could have just unlocked the Red Souls later on through, the slot machine of the Altar Souls. Anyways, long story short, I don't want to rehash the video too much. Feeling a bit of FOMO. I'm feeling a little sad because especially, as some of you guys maybe you don't know, well, there is a special giveaway. If you happen to collect all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I believe you're going to need Shredder on top of that. Maybe I'm lucky. Maybe I'm misinterpreting this. Maybe you just need the Turtles and you'll get all that and we'll be good. But I'm guessing it says like for collecting all of these champions, maybe I'm still good. Can you guys confirm for me? I know I see Shredder back there. I don't know. If it's just the Turtles, maybe I'm still in the running, but I'm assuming you needed Shredder, and I'm assuming you also need April's we're going to talk about today. So assuming you need Shredder, I missed out on this, which would have been nice to have. I feel a little sad because it wasn't even that competitive of a bracket that I was into. Anyways, I digress. I'm feeling FOMO, which is letting me do this event here for April's Titan Shenanigans Ace Reporter Titan event, which you need 1,500 points to unlock her, and there are 1,750 points in total. Now, at the time of this recording, I do not have the full schedule as to what this event lineup is supposed to look like here. And I guess I really want to talk about, besides me just doing FOMO stuff and just getting April because I want it all, and I'm sad I didn't get Shredder now. I was really hoping Shredder was going to be a different type event. Anyways, you only need 1,500 points. You get 1,750 in total. I think for a lot of people, it's going to come down to if you can maybe skip out on some of the summoning type events. If I will say this, I think a lot of people, I wish they would have told us this earlier. If they're going to be timing out the Leonardo event for the Hero's Path with this April event, I think a lot of people would be in. But without knowing that information and seeing that what the quality of this character is, it's kind of hard to have the full picture right now. But it's important to know that there will be some room to skip, but likely you might need to open up some shards. I think people are still in hoarding mode for Leonardo. Currently, we have a few things going on. We have the Gear Enhanced, we have the Gear Hunters, and then we also have a Fire Knight, and I think I went a little too bananas. I didn't mean to spend that much energy. I just threw it on auto when I was doing my live stream on my main channel. I was like, oh shoot, spent more energy than I needed. Whoopsie, my bad. But anyways, let's just talk about April herself here. Very interesting champion. A lot of turn meter control shenanigans happening in her kit. And I agree with some of the initial reactions, ratings for this character. I think this is gonna be fun for arena PvP type stuff. I think PvP is one of the weaker spots of Raid Shadow Legends, and hopefully they have some cool plans down the road to flesh it out more. This game's got strong PvE, however. I love the fact that, she's got a nice speed lead, pretty nifty, right? This pass is really cool. Again, I think it's more for arena type of things, where you can decrease the enemy's turn meter by 10% whenever an enemy has their skill activated. Teams up with allies, gains an extra turn, instant turn, has their cooldowns decreased. This is a lot of things that can go on here. Gets their shield value increased, gets their destroyed HP restored, and their HP swapped of allies themselves, evades an enemy effect. This is a lot of stuff. Or skill has their turn meter equalized, or or has their HP balance from a skill. This is a lot of cool stuff here, although it occurs once per skill. So I think this is a pretty robust, very strong arena PvP thing, especially in tags. We need a couple teams. This could really mess up a lot of, teams out there. So that alone, really interesting stuff that's going on here. And then if you check out this, it's got an increased accuracy buff, which is fine. Decreasing turn meter of all enemies by 20%, then getting extra turn. All right, cool. So she can kind of transition to a few different attacks. A lot of turn meter control over here as well. With the explosive scoop, she gets steal buffs, able to steal turn meter, and a nullify, which the devs kind of clarified something regarding the nullified. And you have a 25% chance of activating the explosive scoop skill on an enemy when they gain an extra turn or instant turn effect if there are blah 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 blah. It's really neat stuff here. Although I'm glad that they brought this up because people needed this information beforehand. Otherwise, would have been really trashy if people did not know this. The developers came out and clarified. Important note. Raiders, April's nullified debuff can currently be applied to bosses, which is not the intended behavior. Bosses are meant to be immune to nullify. We'll be adding nullify debuff to the list of list of boss immunities in the near future. We'll keep you informed. So if you saw some stuff with her applying nullifying to bosses, well, that's not how it's supposed to work. So that could have maybe moved the needle for people to be like, I'll actually go for this champion. And then the basic ability, she's got a variety of debuffs that she can apply, able to get perfect veil. Cool. So overall, I think this is more PvP type of oriented stuff. There's some decent crowd controls. Obviously, things like Armand's going to be much better for things like turn meter removal. So there are by far better characters that do similar things. And if you use the Hell Hades as a Bible here, let's pull it up. He puts this at about 3.5, and it seems like I would largely agree. It's gonna be great for wave-based content for sure. Fire Knight, Spider with turn removal is pretty darn helpful, right? I find it hard to believe it's gonna be good for hard mode dungeons, but it's really just that arena that this could really shine with this. 4.5 stars, not all that bad. So I'm gonna go for it again because I need to fill the void in my heart for skipping out on a Kraken exclusive character. Oh, I failed you guys. How can I host Whale or Fail if I'm not even whaling to fail or failing to whale? What gives? I think she's gonna be a fun champion. I think what would have been even nicer, not even just so much, let's say nullify working against bosses. That's not even my thing. She doesn't really synergize with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Granted, we don't really have any game modes that, PvP at least, but you can have 5 versus 5, right? There's, you can have 5 characters in some other game modes out there. I think it would have been really nice. Maybe there was some synergy there. She's kind of off on her own. And that's, again, even in general in Raid Shadow Legends, most of the characters, this is what I appreciate about Raid. They're not locked in. There's a lot of things that you can plug and play. I think maybe some people would have liked to see in April kind of fit in there. So I'll be doing this event, and I'm hoping that they're going to be tying in the Leonardo Heroes Path with this. If so, it's kind of a 2-for-1 special. Kind of a no-brainer at that point. But I don't know. I digress. You guys let me know. Are you going to be going for April? Are you kind of in the same mindset with me where it's like, there's some good stuff here. And by the way, did they increase the gear hunters? I can't, or the decrease? I can't. It feels like something changed. I don't know. I'm still getting used to the word gear hunters. Completely new to my limited brain capacity that I have right now. Yeah, let's go collect all this stuff. Yeah. Come on, let's go. Click. I don't know why this tab is always so laggy for me here. There we go. Pull it up, and there we go. Making some progress. Boom. So already taking our first steps over here. I don't know. You guys let me know. I think this is the champion where you could maybe skip out on if you're really trying to hoard on resources. Not like something I would drop everything for. But man, Leonardo, they tie it with this, or even maybe some Raphael things that I could tie with it. I think this is going to be something that 2-for-1, 3-for-1 special. Potentially, they should have rolled out the whole entire schedule so maybe more people would have jumped on this event for the next 2 weeks. But anyways, I don't care if you're starting now, 2 weeks from now, 2 years from now. There's a link down below. There's a QR code up above. You're a new player. Get involved in Raid Shadow Legends. Don't you want to look as good as me? I think I look pretty darn good if you ask me. Leave a like if you think I look good. Leave a like if you think I look like an idiot, which is usually par for the course for the most part. But more importantly, until we meet again, whale responsibly. And always remember, it's great to be in the Empire today. It's great to in the empire.